Welcome to the Perform Mindset series for managing pressure, stress, expectation and anxiety. And this will be our first video in the series. So we're going to be speaking mindset first. And I just want to say that it's a normal response to feel nervous or anxious about exams, about some high performance activity. It means that it matters to you if you're feeling nervous. But the problem is when that anxiety or debilitating feeling becomes unhelpful. So I'm going to be equipping you with some tools so that you can start realizing where the triggers are and also becoming aware of your body and your mind, and then having tools to overcome them so that you can focus on what you should be focusing on. So the first step, I would say, is what is pressure? So the question you should ask yourself is, what is pressure and where is it coming from? And I'll answer from my side is, I feel that pressure comes from expectations. So the question you need to ask yourself is, whose expectations? Are they my expectations? Are my peers creating those expectations? Is it from the school? Is it from my coach? Is it from my parents? Because that will give you an indication that pressure, where the pressure is coming from. And the other thing to acknowledge is that pressure exists for everybody, but it's just becoming aware of where am I on a pressure scale. Am I at naught where I actually can't function, or is the pressure helping me thrive in order to be at my best? So that's just some work you can do with yourself. So let's think about the exams. And I'm going to give you your first tool on what you can do so that you can feel a little bit more in control. So the first tool that I'm going to give you for overcoming your anxiety and your fears are going to be the 3 circles. So your one circle is going to be the blue circle, and the other circle is going to be the red circle, and in the middle it's what you have influence over. So if you think about the blue circle is the place where you feel calm, and maybe it's quiet there as well. But in that circle, I want you to put down the things I can control is nutrition, sleep, how much I prepare, if you've listened in class, if you've done the work, any of those things that you have control over. And that's where I want you to focus your attention. The things that you don't have control over go into the red circle, and those include the exam that's been put out there for you, the people you might be sitting next to if you don't want to sit next to those people, the temperature of the exam hall, and also things like people jabbering outside the exam hall. So if you just think about those things, when your mind takes off to the red circle, you can't control any of that. So it's shifting yourself back to the control circle. The second tool that I'd like to offer you is called the what ifs. So all of these things are planning. So it's pre-planning for your exam or your big event. But if we think about the what ifs for the exam, I'd like you to have fun in doing this. So you write down all your fears. What if this happens? What if that happens? And so for example, what if they ask the question that I really haven't prepared well for? Then I'd like you to create a plan B. And that might be, well, then you really need to make sure that you know everything else properly. Or what if I don't get into the university I want to get into? Then there needs to be a plan B. I want you to create a positive and a negative experience. So what if the exam is really good, or my results are incredibly good? What are the opportunities? And what that does is it just creates a conversation with yourself and your family and your friends, and it makes you feel more in control, and being more in control will reduce your anxiety. So those are the 2 tools I would use for mindset.